Hello, it's time to play some dominoes. Let's play pips. We'll start with the easy puzzle. All right, what do we have here? We need 3 of something, which will be 6s. Do we have a 3, 6? No, we don't, which means the 3 must point down. And we'll need a double 6 here. We'll need a 1 that goes here and a 6 that goes here. And that's it. That's the easy puzzle. We'll try the medium one. All right, we need, again, 3 of something, and that'll connect to a 3 half. So we could have 3 3s in there because we have a double 3. So this could go here. No, actually it couldn't. It couldn't go there because then we'd need another double 3 here. Okay, so it's not 3 of something in the equivalence region. It could be 4s or 2s. It'll need to be something that connects to 3, so it'll be 4s. There we go. That's what it is. And then our double 4 goes here. Speaking of 4s, we need to construct 4. That'll be 2 2s or a 3 and a 1. Oh, and a 6 that goes here. And then a 5. Oh, the 5 goes here. This we can put in. It doesn't really tell us anything because it's a non-equivalence that doesn't include a 0, of which we have no more. It does mean that we can't put a double over here. That's the one thing it does mean. And we can't put the 6 3 over here because then our 6 would be gone. So in fact, it's the 1 2 that goes here, which means we can't put a 1 3 in the 4, which means we need double 2 in the 4, which means it can't come out of the equivalence region because the only way to put a 2 here from the equivalence region would be to double a 2, which we can't do. So what that means is the 6 3 goes in that way. The double 2 goes here, and then this double 3 is useless in the void, and that was the medium puzzle. That was good. Let's try the hard. These are all Rodolfo puzzles, I notice. Okay, so 16 could be what? 4 4s. It could, well, let's not figure that out. Let's look at something more obvious first, like 5 of something in the equivalence region, which looks like 6s. I think it has to be 6s. And we only have 5 6s, so the double will go in there somewhere. So where could it go? It could go here. It could go here. Well, yeah, it could go here. It could go here. That's not very useful. What about 6s connected to greater than 1? That could be a 2 or a 4, but that's it. Okay, none of that is hugely useful yet. What about the equivalence region? Oh, actually, it is. I guess it's useful to know that we can put no 6s in the 16. We could still put 3 5s and a 1, though. So that's still pretty open-ended. And in fact, we could do that because we could put a double 5 up here, or even the 5 1 up there. Yeah, it's not necessarily very useful, but we still need 3 of something in the equivalence region. That could be 4s. What if it were 5s? What are the options? 4s, 5s, it won't be 6s, not enough 2s. Could be 1s. Could be 1s. Okay. No, it couldn't be because we don't have 2 1s. Sorry. It has to be something of which we have 2 in a single domino because, it'll need to go somewhere. Okay, so it's 5s or 4s. If it were all 5s, that would also mean the 16 would have to be all 4s. Maybe let's try that and just see if it breaks anything. I don't know if this goes here or here, but in any case, we would then need all 4s in the 16, which would mean we'd need 4s sort of popping out of the 16 as well. So one of them would go into the equivalence region, which would have to be a 6. It would have to be a 4 6. So that would be forced. This would have to be that. And then the other 4 would be here. I don't know if this is where... Oh, no, that breaks. Oh, right. Sorry. I should have observed this immediately. The 16 needs to be entirely self-contained. Otherwise, it breaks this little peninsula that sticks out here. Okay. All right. That's good to know. It needs to be entirely self-contained, which means it could be, I forget, what's the situation with 6s? Oh, that's what we need 5 of. Right. Okay, so it could be 2 5s and then something adding to 6. Yeah, so it could be 2 5s and the 5 1. And I think that's all it could be, actually. Because if we had double 4, we'd need something adding to 8, which would be the only way to do that would be a 6 2, but we need all of those 6s. That's the only thing we have 5 of, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So it is 5s. It's double 5 and then 1 5 because we don't have a 2 4 or a double 3. Yeah, and these could go in any configuration or order within that 16, obviously. Okay, well, that's good. That's useful. So what does that mean? That means the equivalence region is 4s, because the smaller equivalence region, because it does need a double of something, because, well, this isn't correct, but just we need something here, which means that something will be doubled in this equivalence region one way or the other. So it needs to be something that is doubled on a domino, which I think needs to be 4s. So that goes here, or here. I don't know which. If it were here, then this double 6 would be here. I don't know. And then we'd have a 4 1. Oh, no, that's not right, actually. No, that can't work. That can't work. Because if this were here, we'd need the other 4, which would be a 4 6 or a 4 1. Well, if it were 4 6, it would have to go here. Oh, I guess that's fine. What was the thing I said didn't work? I was doing something else that didn't work. This double 6 would be here. 6 and then greater than 1 would be here. Yeah, it's probably this. There was something else I was trying that didn't work. I know. I already forget what it was. Sorry. But then the 6 1 would go here. And greater than 3, I guess, is this 4, our other 4. And then less than 2 is a 0. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. So that was reasonably constrained, actually, once I realized a couple of key things that I didn't initially notice. But there we go. That was the hard pips. Back tomorrow. Bye for now.